After I was picked up by my posh parents, the fake young master learned that he was going to be sent away and street racing had a car accident. Not only did my sister not take it out on me, she even gave me Mini Pig as a gift. Until the day of my 18th birthday, I put on the customized enchanted bracelet given by Qingmei and realized that I had actually exchanged bodies with Mini Pig. I wanted to identify myself, but I was thrown into the kitchen, disemboweled and made into a barbecue suckling pig. After I died, I saw my original body eating with a mouth full of oil. With a smug look on my face, but it's just a bastard, also worthy of robbing things with me. My sister and Qingmei were even more excited. Great! Ri is finally back. It's not worthwhile for us to act for so long. It turns out that the fake young master became a vegetable after the car accident and his soul was attached to Mini Pig. Sister and Qingmei designed all this, but only to bring him back to the Shen family. When I learned the truth, I couldn't rest in peace. When I opened my eyes again, I went back to the day my sister sent me the Mini Pig. This time, I sent it directly to the pig farm PAINFRE fatherhood. Qingnan, I've been busy with work lately, so let Caesar spend more time with you. Saying that, my sister Serena carried a naive Mini Pig and offered it to me. Qingmei Luna put the pet supplies aside and joked. Nian Nian's sister heard that you like this breed, and went through a lot of trouble to get Caesar for you, so you have to take good care of it. Seeing me freeze, Serena thought I was shy and wanted to stuff Caesar into my arms. I was electrocuted and reflexively pushed it out, and almost fell down myself. But Serena subconsciously went to protect the Mini Pig and didn't even look at me. Luna saw that there was no danger. She complained, Ethan, Nian Nian is kind enough to give you a gift. What's with your attitude? Almost fell to Caesar. I couldn't help but sneer as I watched the two of them in a state of anxiety. In my last life, after being recognized by my posh parents, I was glad that I finally had a home. But the fake young master Ryan, after learning that he was going to be sent away, gambling street racing car accident, became a vegetable. Serena not only did not take it out on me, but also bought my favorite Mini Pig for a long time. I was flattered, and at night cuddle it to sleep, want to cultivate feelings. But it changed its behavior and bit me hard. I didn't want to cause any trouble to my family, so I went to get vaccinated myself. But when I came back, the room was completely changed. The pillows and quilts were covered with feces and urine. The limited edition sneakers in the shoe cabinet were chewed to pieces. Even the family photo frame placed above the bed was smashed to pieces. The moment I pushed the door in, Mini Pig stared at me fiercely. The corner of his mouth raised a weird arc, and provocatively bit on the doll head. I broke out in a cold sweat and couldn't help but cry out. Serena heard the commotion and hurried over, but when I told her what I saw, she didn't believe me at all. Even Luna was speechless. Caesar is so cute. It's not as evil as you say. You must have sleepwalked and planted it on Caesar. I still wanted to explain, but Serena suddenly said, since I don't like it, I'll give it away after my birthday. But who knows? On my birthday, after Luna helped me put on the enchanted bracelet that was customized in advance, she smoothly hung my old enchanted bracelet on the pig's foot of the Mini Pig that I ate and lived with. Immediately afterward, I had a moment of vertigo. When I woke up again, I realized that I had swapped bodies with Mini Pig and was tied up and pressed against a chopping board, waiting to be disemboweled. My eyes were wide with rage, and I wanted to call for help, but I realized that I could only let out a pig squeal. The moment I was about to breathe, I realized the truth. It turned out that Ryan had become a vegetable after the car accident, and his soul was attached to the Mini Pig, and Serena and Luna had done all this just to make me switch lives with Ryan. Serena and Luna did all this just to get me to swap Ryan's life with theirs. One of them is my own sister, and the other one is my childhood friend. They are really willing to do that. Thinking about this, My whole body shivered, suppressing my anger, and coldly said, "If you guys like it, you can raise it yourselves. I'm not raising it anyway." Serena saw that I was adamant, so she didn't insist anymore. However, she said that the mini pig would have to stay at home for a few days, and she would send it away when she found a new owner. It was my birthday soon, and it seemed that they were determined to make me Ryan's victim. But this time, their plans may not work out. Even after being reborn once, I still haven't figured out what the key to exchanging bodies in my last life was. Was it the timing of the birthday, or the enchanted bracelet, or eating and living together? Before I figure it out, I can't act rashly, or I might still be counted. However, in this life, Ryan, who is possessed by Mini Pig, is still as restless as he was in the last one. Even though I locked the door to my bedroom, he still sneaked in. Not only did he mess up the whole room just like he did in his last life, he also took out my comic book manuscript and peed on it. I knew he was doing it on purpose to get back at me for stealing his stuff. But all of this was originally mine. I laughed coldly and didn't scream in fear like I did in my last life. Instead, when Ryan wasn't paying attention, I grabbed him by the calves and lifted him up upside down. Ryan instantly squealed in a piggy panic. Just as I was about to drop him hard on the ground, Serena heard the noise and rushed in, snatching Ryan and shielding him in her arms. "Didn't I say I'd send him away in a few days? What are you doing?" Luna comes in and sees Ryan hiding in Serena's arms, whimpering in aggravation. She didn't even ask what was going on before she started yelling angrily at me. "Ethan, you're such a big man. Why are you bullying a small animal? What's it doing in your way?" she said. "Look at him. He's trembling with fear." In their last life, Serena and Luna were also like this, protecting Ryan without any hesitation, even if he turned into a pig. In this life, Ryan was hiding in Serena's arms with a smug look on his face, casting provocative glances at me. Angry and hateful, I threw the already ruined manga manuscript in front of the two of them, pointing at the messy bedroom and yelling, "Which one of your eyes saw me bullying it? It's the one that destroyed my room and collection for no reason. It even pissed everywhere. It must be in heat. I don't think we need to find a new owner. We can just send him to a pig farm to breed with a sow for a few days. Maybe he'll stop." Of course, I knew that Serena and Luna couldn't send Ryan to a breeding farm, but it would be a good way for me to get rid of them. Sure enough, as soon as the words left my mouth, Ryan's whole body shook in fear. Serena was stunned at first, and then looked incredulous. "Ethan, where did you learn all these messy things? What a disappointment." Luna was also furious. "Ethan, are you out of your mind? Caesar is only a few months old. How dare you want to let it go to breed for sows? Are you still a human being? Besides, you're the one who didn't put things away properly and deliberately planted the blame on Caesar. If you've grown up unattended, you're not educated. Ori is more like heir of the Smith family." Serena glared at Luna when she said that, and Luna realized that she said the wrong thing and slammed the door. I knew that all the holding back they both did was to get Ryan back. Unfortunately, in my last life, I was too blind to see it. But in this life, I decided to treat them both to a good show. In the next few days, Ryan was a lot quieter, staying obediently in the room Serena had arranged for her and not looking for trouble. I guess he was really afraid of being carried to the breeding. But how could I let him go so easily? I secretly went to the pig farm to prepare a dozen packets of special hormones for pig breeding, and added them to the meals Serena prepared for the mini pig. The owner of the pig farm assured me that this drug can rapidly promote maturation, even if the adult weight of only a few dozen pounds of mini pig, but also a short period of time to rapidly increase the weight of the estrus. Of course, if you want to raise pigs, you have to be white and fat to be loved. After all, I have prepared a mysterious birthday gift for Ryan, so he needs to get well. Ryan had really fattened up, and Serena had been watching him every chance she got, afraid of what I might do. The night before my birthday, I was hungry in the middle of the night and went to the kitchen to look for food. As soon as I put something in my mouth, I felt something was wrong. The sandwiches I made during the day obviously didn't spoil, but they tasted weird, and even the juice, it smelled like a strong fishy odor. I rinsed my mouth out in a hurry, and was instantly enraged. This had to be Ryan's doing, and I was going to get him for it, but when I rushed to the door of his room, I heard Serena's voice coming out from inside. Hold it in a little longer. Sister will definitely help you take it all back. At first, my sister was afraid that you would suffer after Mom. That's why she secretly switched you with Ethan. Who knows? He was even found back. I know you've been suffering these days, but after tomorrow, you'll be able to change your body and become a normal human being. And Ethan, that bastard, will also disappear, and this heir of the Smith family can only be yours. I was shocked. I said why Serena was like an evil spirit. She had to harm me. It turned out that she was my dad's illegitimate daughter, and Ryan turned out to have the same mother and father as her. I was so green. The first wanted to rush in right now and tear the dog siblings apart. But I knew I couldn't. I had to hold back. I couldn't disrupt my revenge plans for tomorrow. The next day when I woke up, as soon as I went out of the bedroom, I found that the arrangement of the house had changed. Serena was holding flowers, changing her previous indifference. Changin, before it was my sister who spoke too heavily. Apologize to you. Today is your 18th birthday, and also your first birthday back to Shin's family. Mom and Dad can't come back from abroad, so my sister has specially arranged a birthday party for you. I hope you like it. Luna on the side also couldn't hide her anticipation and excitement. I've also prepared a gift. I hope Chingin can have a special 18th year. The same words were said by the two of them in their previous life. In my previous life, I was touched to the core. But in this life, I only felt chills. I'm afraid what they wanted to celebrate was not my birthday, but Ryan's new life. Looking at their impatient looks, I hooked my lips and falsely agreed. Yeah, but since you're helping me celebrate my birthday, why didn't you buy a cake from my favorite store? It's also too insincere. Why don't you sister go and buy one for me now? Serena looked embarrassed and was just about to call the delivery service. I hurriedly interrupted her, purposely putting on a look of disappointment. Sister said she wanted to apologize to me. Is she not even willing to do this little thing herself? Serena was dumbfounded and had no choice but to comply. Immediately after that, I coaxed Luna to go to the outskirts of the city to pick up a high-fashion suit for my birthday in the same way I coaxed her to do the same. It would take a couple hours to go back and forth between the two places. For me, it was enough. What was supposed to be a 3+ hour drive, Serena and Luna were back in less than 2 hours. Or together into the door. I guess not less on the road to count me. As soon as I entered, Luna urged me to go and change my clothes, her eyes subconsciously glancing towards my wrist. Seeing me dilly-dallying, Serena on the side couldn't sit still. Sungin, hurry up. Shashia has a surprise for you. You know, she's just a knife's mouth and a tofu heart. Don't be mad about what happened before. Your birthday present. She started preparing it 3 months in advance. I couldn't help but sneer in my heart as I watched the two of them sing in unison. What kind of birthday gift is that? I think she's preparing to swap lives for Ryan and me. In my last life, I was overwhelmed by this surprise. Luna helped me put on her customized new enchanted bracelet and put the old enchanted bracelet on the mini pig's hoof. Serena even joked that Luna was going to be the Shin family's daughter-in-law. At that time, I was so immersed in happiness that I didn't even see the dislike in Luna's eyes. And it is in the change enchanted bracelet, only dizzy down to the ground, turned into mini pig. This life, I know clearly what the two of them play the ghost idea, but still obediently do. Go to change clothes. When I was changing, it was just a few minutes of procrastination, and Luna was pacing anxiously in the doorway. But as soon as I changed, she changed her face. Where's your enchanted bracelet? I deliberately pretended to be surprised and acted with her. I don't know, maybe it accidentally fell under the bed when I was just changing. Before I could finish my sentence, Luna rushed into the bedroom and looked for it under the bed without caring about her image. After finding it, she even said her birthday wishes in an incredibly perfunctory way. Directly put the new enchanted bracelet to my wrist set, on the pretext that to go to the restroom. I knew that she was going to take my old enchanted bracelet and go to Ryan to complete the last step of the life exchange. But I didn't stop her. Serena, on the side, stared at Luna's back, itching to go with her. But after a while, nothing changed for me. At this time, Luna suddenly came back sweating with enchanted bracelet. Because Mini Pig Ryan was missing when Serena found out, she rubbed herself up from the stool and started rummaging through the cabinets. My bedroom, in particular, was turned upside down. But still no sign of Mini Pig. Seeing me eating the cake with a calm face, Luna couldn't tense up. She rushed over, directly threw me a slap, angrily roared, "Ethan, is it you who lost Caesar? I've known for a long time that you don't see eye to eye with it. It's a life. Why are you so mean?" Seeing this, Serena hurriedly pulled Luna away and asked anxiously, "Chengyan, Xia Xia was in too much of a hurry. Don't blame her. Caesar's new owner will be here soon. Where did you lose it? You can't go back on your word. Now that it's happened, you're still making it up with me." I wiped the cream off the corner of my mouth, got up and slapped Luna right back, snickering. "What's wrong with you? Which one of you saw me throw that pig?" At that, Serena sighed in slight relief. I paused and continued, "Such a fat pig. What a pity to throw it away. Of course, I'll get someone to gut it, marinate it carefully, and make it into a barbecue suckling pig. When it's ready, you guys can try it. It'll be delicious." As soon as the words fell, Luna and Serena instantly turned pale. The corner of my mouth hooked. There will be a good show soon. Immediately after that, the doorbell rang. I clapped my hands and laughed. Could it be that the barbecue suckling pig I ordered has arrived? Will one of you open the door and help me get it? After all, a pig that fat is not a lightweight. Upon hearing this, Serena directly fell on the floor, and Luna also ran to the restroom and hugged the toilet, vomiting furiously. I laughed coldly and couldn't help but snort. In my last life, after Ryan and I swapped bodies and were made into barbecue suckling pig, I didn't see this reaction from them. And the food was so flavorful. What? Now they're transgender. That's ridiculous. Seeing that no one dared to open the door, I wiped the cream on my fingers and opened the door myself. It turned out to be the neighborhood property. Seeing that it wasn't barbecue suckling pig takeout, Serena and Luna were instantly relieved and regained their strength. Luna directly rushed over, tugged at my collar, and angrily yelled, "Where the hell did you send Caesar? If anything happens to it, I won't spare you." I put on an innocent face and asked, "It's just a pig, isn't it? If you like it, they'll just buy you another one. Why are you so excited?" Luna's sanity was lost and the truth was about to come out. But the next second, Serena rushed over and covered her mouth, advising, "Xia Xia is so excited because Caesar's new owner will be here soon to pick him up, and it's too late to buy another one. Sung-on, just tell us, where exactly did you send Caesar?" Watching Serena gritting her teeth but trying to put on a gentle face made me feel incredibly good. I glanced at her and said lightly, "What a fuss. It's not as serious as you guys make it out to be. See how scared you guys are. It's just a joke." It's like this. When you guys went out at noon today, that pig ran into my room again to pee indiscriminately. The next door neighbor saw it and said that it's in heat. So it'll be fine after a few days of sending it to the pig farm to be happy. I see you and Shashia like this mini pig so much. This character. Why don't you just have a few more? Wouldn't it be better? It will save you from shitting and peeing all over the place. You guys don't mind it, but I still think it's a riot. In fact, Serena was afraid that I would lay my hands on Ryan when she left the house. So before she left, she locked Ryan in her room. But as soon as she left the house, I contacted the best local locksmith expert and unlocked her bedroom door directly. After a few days of not seeing her, Mini Pig has fattened up again. I immediately called the owner of the pig farm that I contacted in advance and sent it over. Because of the rare flower color, the boss was happy. In my last life, he caused me to turn into a pig and be disemboweled and made into a barbecue suckling pig for everyone to enjoy. In this life, they'll grant it a few days of pleasure, and count it as me avenging my kindness. At those words, Serena, who had just breathed a sigh of relief, instantly had an earthquake in her pupils. Luna even forced me to hand over my address. Before they went out, I couldn't help but urge them loudly from behind. Sister, Xia, I advise you not to rush over there. After all, Caesar himself is having a hard time these days. If you force him to go over there and take him away, maybe he will even blame you. Serena and Luna's backs shook, followed by slamming the door of the room hard. Seeing them leave, I also packed up my things and moved to the school dormitory. This shitty place, even though it's a 3-story villa, if it wasn't for the sake of revenge, I wouldn't want to stay a second longer. It looks gorgeous, but it's actually a wolf's den. But before I left, I secretly installed hidden cameras in the hidden corners of the villa. After all, if this life swap didn't work, Serena and Luna will find another way to shade me and swap lives again. If you know your enemy and know yourself, you will not be in danger in 100 battles. I don't believe that I can fall into their trap again in my new life. When handing the mini pig over to the pig farm owner, I slipped him a big red packet and asked him to install 4 cameras inside to record the whole process in all directions. After placing my luggage in the dormitory, I opened the background of the cameras on my cell phone and saw a scene that shocked me. Breeding farm boss was really kind enough to add more material. No wonder before I left. He patted his chest and assured me that he would do everything for me. When Serena and Luna went there, the mini pig had already collapsed on the ground. Its calves were shivering. The pig's skin was covered with black and purple patches, and the pig's hair was bald. Serena was so distressed that she kicked open the fence, ignoring the pig poop on the ground and the dirt on the mini pig's body, and picked it up. Luna's fists were clenched, and her eyes were burning with fire, letting out her harsh words. Ethan, this bastard. I'm definitely going to make him pay for it. I'm going to kill him now. With that, Luna copied a stick and was about to storm off. Serena hurriedly stopped her. What's your hurry? I'm also heartbroken that Ree is being bullied like this. But if you kill or maim Ethan, then who will Ree trade his life with? Letting him die is too harsh a punishment. There are so many people here. As long as we hurry back and put Ethan's enchanted bracelet on Ree's hand, then the one who suffers from all this will be Ethan, won't it? At that time, we will torture him in different ways to help Ree take revenge. At those words, I couldn't help but shiver. I didn't expect the usually gentle and quiet Serena to be able to say such vicious words. Or rather, this was her true colors, but fortunately, I had already predicted her scheme. Serena and Luna rushed home with Mini Pig. Luna immediately took out my old enchanted bracelet, and couldn't wait to wear it on Mini Pig's hoof. But Mini Pig, however, did not have any reaction. Immediately after, Serena began to look for my shadow in the villa, and that's when she realized that I was missing. Luna eagerly wanted to know the result. and directly took out her cell phone and called me. The moment she picked up, Luna tentatively shouted, "Ree, is that you?" I laughed coldly. "Luna, you're sleepy. Isn't Ryan lying in the hospital? What kind of sickness are you committing? Running to me to find someone?" Luna seemed to have thought of something. Holding back her anger, she asked me, "Sungin, the enchanted bracelet I gave you, you're not wearing it now." I snorted coldly. "Enchanted bracelet? I've already put it on the living room table. I can't afford such a heavy gift." With that, I hung up the phone and hacked Luna, who was so angry that she punched the wall on the monitor. Serena on the other side smiled wryly and said, "She has plenty of ways to cure me." However, I was curious what her method was. At school, there's 24-hour surveillance and security guards. Can she still come to the school to kidnap me? Unexpectedly, I still underestimated Serena, the demon. On this day, I just happened to get out of class and was ready to go back to the dormitory. Unexpectedly, Serena was already waiting for me under the dormitory building. Not far away from her car. There was still Luna and the mini pig sitting there, looking a bit anxious already. Seeing me coming, Serena was elated. "Sungin, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for hours. Look at you. A tantrum is a tantrum. How can you move out of the house? If Mom and Dad found out, they would definitely blame me as your sister for not taking care of you. The weather is getting cooler. I bought you a glove. I'm afraid you'll catch a cold." Saying that, she put the gloves on my hands without saying a word. By the time I wanted to refuse, it was already too late. Inside that glove, what was hidden, was actually that enchanted bracelet. Seeing my expression suddenly become dull, Serena was delighted, and then hugged me tightly in her arms. "Brother, are you back? Sister misses you so much." I pushed her away with a disgusted face, ripped off the gloves and threw them at her. "Serena, you have a hole in your head. Giving me gloves in the middle of summer. And what were you babbling about just now? What brother coming back? Haven't I been fine here? I'm going to prepare for my grade 6 exams, so I won't be staying at home. And you should try not to come looking for me and disturb my studies." After saying that, I threw down the messy Serena and directly entered the dormitory building. Serena reacted and wanted to chase after me, only to be stopped outside by the dormitory auntie. After going upstairs, I immediately hid in a corner of the balcony to observe Serena. Sure enough, seeing that the exchange of lives did not work again, Luna was anxious, and ran to question Serena. "Serena, what's the matter with you? Didn't you say that there are many ways to cure Ethan? Why hasn't the life exchange worked? If you keep stalling, Riz' body won't be able to hold out much longer." Serena was also a bit confused. "No, I hid the enchanted bracelet in my glove and I did put it on him just now. Why is the body swap still unsuccessful? It seems that this body swapping method can't be used anymore. We have to find other ways." Watching Serena and Luna leave in the car in a huff, I couldn't help but snicker in the dormitory. Of course I knew why the body swap didn't work. Because of my memories from my last life. I knew that there was something wrong with the gemstone on the enchanted bracelet that Luna gave me. So, I went ahead and found the able craftsman and asked him to help me find a stone that was extremely similar to this gemstone. Just waiting for Luna to give me the enchanted bracelet and drop it. In this life, while she and Serena went to the breeding farm, I immediately switched the stone on the enchanted bracelet and put it in the living room. Since it has been determined that the key to exchanging lives is this enchanted bracelet, if something goes wrong with the enchanted bracelet, the lives, for sure, can't be exchanged. I am really a little witty. Just now visual inspection. Mini Pig's mental state is very bad. It is estimated that the experience of the previous pig farm has already made it psychologically traumatized. In this life, he also tastes the taste of being counted. However, The exchange of lives didn't work. Serena and Luna will definitely not be satisfied and will think of other ways to screw me. Even though the school is safe, I can't let my guard down. Even if they came up with another dirty trick, I still had all the tricks in the world. That night, I was in the middle of my night study, when suddenly an unfamiliar number called. I picked it up suspiciously, followed by Luna's angry voice. "Ethan, did you tamper with the enchanted bracelet I gave you? The gemstone on that. It wasn't even customized by me. Where the hell did the enchanted bracelet that I customized go? If you don't want it, you can give it back to me. You don't have to steal it to disgust me." I rolled my eyes. It looks like I've been found out after all. I guess she had already found out that what was in that mini pig was no longer Ryan's soul. Otherwise, she wouldn't have questioned me so anxiously. I cleared my throat and said breathlessly, "Who the hell cares about your broken enchanted bracelet?" Luna asked anxiously. "Where did you throw it?" Luna asked anxiously. "Where did you throw it?" The corner of my mouth hooked. "Isn't there a duck farm to the west of our school entrance? I threw the enchanted bracelet there, and it's probably hanging around the neck of a certain duck right now." After saying that, I hung up the phone, then couldn't help but laugh. In fact, that day, when Serena came to me, Mini Pig had already successfully switched bodies. But the one who switched with it was not me, but the ducks in the duck farm. There are thousands of ducks in the farm, and they all look alike, so I was curious to see how they would find Ryan. Since they couldn't find him, they shouldn't have the energy to count on me anymore, right? But I didn't realize that I had underestimated Serena and Luna, and when the midterm exams were about to start, Serena suddenly came to see me and brought me a bottle of drink. She changed the previous calculating look a little lonely. "Chang'an. These days you're not at home. I miss you a little. This is from Hainan air freight over the coconut. I remember that you like drinking coconut water the most, so I'll give you some to send over," said. She can't help stuffing coconut water into my arms, and pulling my hand, scolded. "Look at you, nails so long. Don't know to cut a little." Before I could react, she took out her nail clippers and started to cut my nails. I was a bit puzzled. Could it be that she had really changed her sex? Is that even possible? I reflexively retracted my hand. Serena's expression was a bit sardonic. "Well, you're about to take your exams too, so I won't bother you with your studies." After saying that, Serena left despondently. I looked at the bottle of coconut water in my hand, and there didn't seem to be anything unusual about it. Just as I was confused and ready to go back to the classroom, I was suddenly pulled by an old man with gray hair. He snatched the bottle of coconut water in my hand and said in a cold voice, "Young man, there is something wrong with this bottle of water. You can't drink it." Immediately afterward, the old man shook the bottle, signaling me to look. Sure enough, there were a few scales imperceptibly in the coconut water, which seemed to be fingernails or something like that, but not like human ones. The old man sighed and continued, "Actually, I've just been watching you from the side for a long time. That woman just now, clipping your nails and making you drink the spiked drink. If I'm not wrong, she should be trying to make you exchange your life with something or someone." When I heard that, I instantly felt a chill all over my body. Immediately afterward, this old man told me a lot of things. It turned out that he was a scholar who studied dark witchcraft before, and this way of exchanging lives was recorded in the ancient books before. It is just that it has been lost. I did not expect that in reality. I can actually see it. Immediately after that, he brought me to the office to look through the ancient books to find out the solution to this life-changing art. He said that life-changing magic is good to solve, but you have to find a way to solve the problem from the root. That is, the person who cast the spell. Serena. Because without solving the person, even if the spell is solved, she will still think of other ways to screw me. I couldn't agree more. I immediately found a private investigator to help me look into Serena's past. It turned out that Serena's mom was Dad's white moon and got pregnant with my dad's child without being married. But my dad didn't know about it and only found out about it after he married my mom. So Serena's mom sent Serena to the Shin family in order to give her a better life. But Serena has always held a grudge against my mom. And she felt that it was my mom who destroyed her mom and dad's relationship. So, she tried to break my mom and dad's relationship in different ways. But my mom and dad were always traveling, so her sabotage didn't help. So Serena turned her attention to me. Her mom got pregnant after remarrying and was in the same hospital as my mom for delivery. So, as a prank, she replaced me with her own half-brother. Her own brother. I, on the other hand, was thrown into an orphanage by her and suffered all these years. Until my father went to the orphanage to do charity work. He saw me and felt close to me. After a paternity test, I realized that I was carrying the wrong child. But at that time, Mom and Dad didn't think much about it, just thought it was an accident. Now it seems that someone did it on purpose. In fact, Ryan's street racing accident after my return was not that simple. I got someone to fix the home security cameras and accidentally realized that Ryan was trying to hurt me. As a result, he lifted a stone and became a vegetable. I have to say, these two siblings are really as vicious as each other. And the reason why Ryan didn't want to leave the Shin family. It's not something that can't be shed, but just don't want to go back to live a hard life. Right after I found out the truth, Mom and Dad came back from a business trip abroad. I told them everything that happened in these days. When my dad, James Smith, found out, he was so furious that he was about to apply the family law to Serena. It was a whip with barbed hooks all over it, and it was oozing. But Serena's face was full of stubbornness. I didn't do anything wrong. In the beginning, it was clearly you who left my mom behind and married this bitch. Clearly it was you who wronged my mom. What qualifications do you have to beat me? James Smith was so angry that he went up and slapped Serena. You ungrateful wretch. I raised you as my own daughter because of Ting Ting's face. But you are even counting on my son. Saying that, he slammed a paternity certificate on Serena's face and roared. From today, I don't have you as my daughter. You get out of the Shin family. Serena was not convinced and opened the paternity certificate with red eyes. But she was dumbfounded. Because the certificate shows that she and my father James Smith have no blood relationship at all. When Serena's mom was in trouble, she entrusted her daughter to her old lover. It was my mom who was generous enough to take Serena in, but she was afraid of outsiders chewing on her. So she declared that she was my dad's real daughter. In order to protect Serena's self-esteem, my mom has not often been outside the eyes of others. But in return, Serena this ungrateful wretch of revenge. In her last life, she was the one who orchestrated it all. Letting Ryan take my name and enjoy everything I had. My parents didn't even know, until they died, that their own son, whom they had worked so hard to get back, had long since been replaced. Serena, who learned the truth, completely broke her defenses. She tore the certificate to shreds and roared, "This is impossible. I am clearly the daughter of the Shin family. You must be lying to me. I think you guys are just biased and want to give Ethan all the Shin family's fortune. So you are deliberately acting." James Smith sighed. "Nyen nyen. You are indeed very business-minded. In fact, what I have been thinking is that I will leave the future of the Shin family to you. And Ching'en, just need to be an idle young master, as long as you are willing to protect him. But I never thought that your mind is so vicious. The chronic poison in the health supplements that your Aunt Helen usually drinks. You added it too, right? If I hadn't gone abroad this time, and had a medical checkup in passing, I wouldn't have known that what I have been keeping by my side is actually a time bomb. I was instantly shocked. I said how come my parents went abroad this time and didn't come back for so long. In my last life, when I sensed something was wrong, I also tried to contact my parents who were far away. However, Dad's tone of voice said to wait for the return of the country in detail with me. I didn't realize that this phone call would be goodbye forever. This time, James Smith no longer remembered these years of father-daughter love. Directly out of the phone, reported to the police. After all, poisoning is a big crime. Before Serena was taken away, I managed to get her blood to use for the life-changing spell. I wondered how she knew about these top-secret spells. My dad sighed and told me that Serena's mom is, in fact, from the Miaojiang side. When my dad traveled there back then, he was poisoned by the compulsion spells, and that's how he got together with Serena's mom. Later on, the parasites were removed by a master, and they were separated. However, my father adopted Serena because of his past love for her, and Luna has always been very close to me. This time, she was suddenly possessed by evil spirits and helped Serena to count on me, also because she had been bewitched. I instantly realized. I said that I have been playing with Luna since we were kids. And Ryan has only met her a few times. It does seem bizarre that she would fight so hard to help him. After getting Serena's blood, I found the old man from before and solved the life-changing spell and other compulsion spells. Luna woke up and felt guilty when she learned about what happened during this period of time. She said she could treat me to 100 hot pots to make up for her sins. I rolled my eyes. Who cares? As for Ryan's soul, it's back in his original vegetative body. When the dust settled, my dad, James Smith, held a press conference and officially introduced me to everyone. He said that she, James Smith, had one and only one son, me. As for Serena, she has completely disassociated herself from Shin. I looked at the hidden gray hairs on my mom and dad's temples, and suddenly felt that, despite being absent for so many years, but their love for me has never diminished. Finished.